What's going on, you guys? I know a lot of you are trying to get in the best shape of your life. There's so many people on YouTube, online, telling you that you should do low carb, that you should do high fat, that you should do high carb, that you should do no fat, that you should do keto, that you should do vegan. I created a fitness ebook a while ago. I used to be a trainer, so I had so many different clients. And from what I seen that worked, this is the ebook that I came up with. And keep in mind, I've tried every single diet. The way that I eat now is pretty much how I have it outlaid in this book. So I'm going to go through and pay attention to the key points. We'll go through fairly quick. And I have a free school where I have a lot of free information on health, nutrition, wellness, finances, credit, and so forth. So if you ever need to access me or have any more questions, that's fine. This is just free information that I want to give to you so that you can help shift your life. So get your pen and your pad ready and let's dive in. So this is the Kirkland approach. And first and foremost, I want you to just imagine your dream body. You can't do anything if you are stressed out. So if you have high levels of cortisol, it's extremely difficult to lose body fat. If you can do all the right things, you could be working out, you could be eating healthy. But if your body's stressed out, it's going to be hard to lose that excess body fat. So let's go through. All right. So first and foremost, when I go over breaking down your nutrition, what I want you to pay attention to is the portion sizes here. So it's a little hard to see some of them, so I'll move it like this so you can see. So proportion sizes, anytime you have, oh, that's the legacy group in the back. All right. So you have your fist. This is the portion size reference. So anytime you're having fruit, carbs, and vegetables, you want about a fist size. So about a cup's worth, pretty much. And anytime you're doing a protein in a meal, about the size of your palm. If you're doing healthy fats and nut seeds, about 1 to 2 ounces. It's so easy to overeat fats. People don't realize when you have granola, when you have trail mix, when you have a whole bunch of nuts, seeds, it's so easy to overeat those types of foods. I threw granola in there too because people often eat granola and nuts together. So anytime you're eating healthy fats, keep it very, very, very minimal per meal. You don't ever want to have over 30 grams of fat per meal. It's so easy to gain fat like that. And then when you're doing condiments, you don't want to overdo it. So I'd say about a thumb tip. So this is just a visual representation of how to kind of set up your plate. So when you're eating foods, make sure that if you have your fruits, your carbs, your vegetables, about a fist worth, about a cup, and then 48 ounces of protein might be the size of your palm. And then healthy fats, 1 to 2 ounces, like a cup 10, very, very small amount, not a huge, big palm full of nuts and seeds. No, that can be 500-600 calories. And then for your condiments, very simple, thumb tip. All right, let's keep rolling. So in the beginning, I always feel like people should start eating a balanced diet. You don't want to start super low carb. You don't want to start super high carb. You want to be pretty balanced. So for breakfast, you could eat a palm full of lean protein, a palm full of slow digestion carbs, and maybe a cup hand worth of healthy fats. So it could be some wild caught fish, and it can be a little bit of a sweet potato, and it can be, let's just say you have a few Brazil nuts. That could be simple breakfast. I know it's not the most ideal breakfast, but when you are eating to get results, you have to eat clean. You can't just eat whatever you want. You can't just eat processed foods because your body's not going to assimilate those calories the same way. And for a snack, it's normally a simple thing, protein and a carbohydrate, very simple, not a lot of fats there. For lunch, almost dang near the same thing, a palm full of lean protein, a palm full of slow digesting carbs or fruit, and then a little bit of healthy fats. And if you need to, you can add some greens or non-starchy vegetables just to get some volumizers in your food. So when you have things that just give you more food volume, it keeps you full. Then you can have a second stack if you need it, or dinner. So this is just an example. You don't really need to have 5 meals a day. You can do one. You could do like, I would say 1 to 3 meals. Some people, OMAD works for them. You can do it if you can get all your nutrients in, but for most people, it's extremely hard. So I always say between 2 to 5 meals. So these are just examples. And these are just the different phases that I break everything out in. And it just starts getting leaner and leaner and leaner and leaner, because as you start going through, you want to start reducing your food. So anytime you're eating a bunch of food in the beginning, you can't just jump from 3,500 calories down to 1,800 calories and expect to lose weight. If you drop your calories too fast, you'll be slowing down your thyroid, you'll be slowing down your metabolism, and it's going to be extremely hard to burn that excess body fat. One issue I've seen with so many different people is they increase their activity too much. They're doing way too much cardio, and they're dropping their food too fast at the same time. You have to look at everything as its own individual slider. You have to move each thing individually. So you have your sleep, your rest, your recovery, you have the food that you're eating, you have your training, and then you also have the cardio that you're doing as well that's separate from your training, because you normally don't want to do them at the same time. And then, like I said, you want to keep your cortisol down. You can't lose weight if you're stressed out. So if you're stressed about the weight loss, it's only making you fatter. It's just going to make it really, really hard. No need to be stressed out over that. It's very simple. Like I said, this is how you should be eating. Very, 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 very simple. And let's get to the food list. Here's an approved food list. I kept it very, very, very simple. For proteins, you have bison, grass-fed beef, wild-caught salmon, pasture-raised eggs, chicken if you need to, wild-caught sardines, and wild elk. For this is for most of the people that are eating just normal omnivorous diet. If you are a vegan or if you are plant-based, if you're vegetarian, you can add pea crumbles in here. I would stay away from a lot of the processed meats because it's not good for your body. And then when it comes to your slow digesting carbs, I recommend spelt, couscous, teff, quinoa, kamut, barley, garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, rye. And if you need to, brown rice. It's not my favorite, but it's simple for people to get. And then if you are doing oatmeal, get an organic oatmeal that doesn't have glyphosate in it. And then when it comes to fat and oils, I don't think that you should ever have a bunch of fat or oils in your diet. You should not be eating a diet that is a bunch of oil every single day. It's not healthy for your body. Oil is not a health food. I don't care what you see online. It is not a health food. It is not the best thing that you could be fueling your body with. And so when it comes to spices and sweeteners, you have sea salt, onion powder, cayenne, oregano, stevia, basil, clove, sage, monk fruit, thyme, habanero, and ginger. Just some simple spices and sweeteners that you can use. And of course, if it's something that's grown from the earth, you can add it, you can utilize it. And when it comes to your fruits and vegetables, this is where you should be most of the time. And this is just, like I said, very simple and outlaid: apples, bananas, berries, cantaloupes, cherries, dates, figs, peaches, limes, mangoes, melons, oranges, papaya, seeded grapes. You hear I said seeded. Pears, plums, raisins. And then when it comes to vegetables, kale, arugula, chard, lettuce, cucumber, asparagus, onion, bell pepper, oyster mushrooms, broccoli, portobello mushrooms, green beans, cucumber, dandelion root, cherry tomatoes, greens, zucchini, squash, watercress, and lettuce. This should be what you're fueling your body with most of the time. And when we were talking about the volumizers, I was talking about a lot of the vegetables. When you're like feeling like you need a snack, you're starving, but you want to stay on your diet, add a lot of volumizers. It makes it a lot easier. But take a screenshot, take a picture of this approved food list, or I can just send it to you too, or just join my free group and you can get whatever you need for free. All right, so let's jump down to some supplements. So everybody wants to take the easy way out, and it's impossible to do it. And in this video, we're pretty much talking about nutrition. We're not going to talk about training, because training is a totally separate ball game, but it's one of the most important things as well. But if you get the eating down, you will lose a lot of weight, even if you're training incorrectly. If your diet's right and your diet's on point, your metabolism's functioning, and you have everything firing on every single cylinder, you're going to get in great shape. So one herbal supplement that I recommend is dandelion root. Really good diuretic. Helps kill cancer cells, supports your liver health, reduces your cholesterol, and is rich in antioxidants, and it helps you fight bacteria. So it's not going to make you sick. It is going to help you get rid of any issue in your body. It's going to de-bloat you. It is going to make you look lean. It is going to get rid of that excess water weight. Second thing I recommend is ashwagandha. The person that made this did not spell ashwagandha right, but I will get that fixed for you guys. So ashwagandha, it's an ancient herb, helps boost your testosterone, reduce your stress, anxiety, reduce your inflammation, lowers cholesterol as well, has anti-cancer properties, and helps improve your brain function, really mellows you out, makes you feel relaxed. The burdock root, I take that one every single day. Detoxifies the body, alleviates coughs, colds, flu-like symptoms, and it helps you pretty much in every single modality, man. It's a huge anti-inflammatory. I feel like it helps keep your skin on point, and it even helps with your liver. Next, we have elderberry. I'm sure you've all heard of elderberry. It's in a lot of the fake medicines that we all get today. Helps improve your cold and flu symptoms. It's high in antioxidants and it's good for your heart health. And it fights harmful bacteria and it supports your immune system. And here's the daily list that I don't want you guys to skip out on. So I went through most of the foods that I recommend that you eat. I also showed you how you can kind of set things up. Went fairly quick. Having the different proteins, carbs, and a little bit of fats. Having your 2 to 5 meals, whatever works for you. I always tell people the best diet for you is the diet that you can stick to, not to somebody else. Not like everyone's going to tell you must do OMAD, you must do 5 meals. Some things don't work for everybody. Like even me personally, I don't like eating 6, 7 small meals throughout the day. I like eating a lot, and I just like eating sometimes. And then there's times where I don't want to eat a lot, and I'll just eat one meal in the evening. So it just depends. Or I might eat one meal early and then not touch anything for the rest of the day. So I really I'm big on physiological markers. So how is your body feeling? What does it want? What type of foods is it longing for? Should you be cleansing right now? Should you be reducing your meat for a season? Should you be adding in more fruits and vegetables? Everybody is different. Everybody's at a different place. I haven't seen your blood work. I don't know what you're specifically going through, but if you use this as a baseline, you're going to be a lot healthier, a lot leaner. You'll feel better, and you'll be full. So for the daily list, try to sleep 7 to 8 hours. It'll decrease your cortisol, make you feel good. Got to get your beauty sleep. Drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water every day if you can. And if you can, try to get structured water. You can add a lemon, lime to your water. You can add, you can even soak it with the different fruits that you like. Like you can have berry infused water. You can have coconut water. Just drink things that will hydrate your cells. And it's okay to make your food taste good. You don't have to drink and eat bland foods all the time just because you're losing weight. And feel free to enjoy your organic plant-based milk, but if it has a bunch of carrageenan and all these extra additives and crazy things in it, I would stay away from the processed foods as much as possible and try to eat a meal before you work out. It's great to train fasted sometimes because you can get extra fat burning benefits, but most clients that I've seen in the past, anytime you are doing too much training on your body and you aren't feeling the right way, you're going to stress your body out and you're going to increase that cortisol once again. Feel free to add more veggies and salsas to your meal and take 1 to 2 brisk walks a day if you can. Ideally, you want to take a 10-minute walk after each one of your meals, okay? It'll make it way easier to digest and it'll keep you lean, and it's like sneaking cardio in without doing these long bouts of long, steady state cardio. You won't need to do it because you're timing your cardio appropriately. Then I also have a little cookbook here. I'll jump through some of the recipes, some different things that you can eat just because it's very simple. I have some blueberry vegan protein pancakes. That's just something that you can make that looks decadent. Not going to go through each one. Has instructions. Here's a black bean omelet. Very simple. Very, very simple. High in protein, walnut butter, and banana oatmeal. Once again, these are just ideas for you. Quinoa superfood bowl. That looks phenomenal. These blueberry chia overnight oats. I would tear that up. I made most of these. Southwestern bowl. All right, next we have lettuce and mushroom tacos. So for those of you trying to be on the leaner side and don't want the meat, you can make you some portobello mushroom tacos. It tastes very similar to meat. And you have coconut chickpea curry if you need something a little more dense. And that's very flavorful. There you go. All right. Roasted salmon and kale and quinoa salad. Another phenomenal macronutrient, perfect nutrient dense meal. I would tear that one up too. Zucchini noodles. Very simple. Eat those all the time. Just foods that stay lean, man. Easy Thai noodles. Bison 3-bean chili. Just switch your meals up. You want to eat things that's great with the ingredients that I told you, but you don't need to overcomplicate it at all. It's not complex to lose weight. These are just different recipes that I threw in here that you can make so that you can hit your goals but have foods that actually taste well and taste good. Because when you go to the grocery store and you're just stuck and you don't have any ideas, the best thing you can do is get all the healthy foods that you know, all the seasoning, all the sauces, and you can make stuff up. Some of the best meals I ever had, I just literally made it up. It's like I had something in the house. I took what I liked, I put it all together, and I made up a meal. Don't make it so complex. People always think that they need to have everything, single thing perfect, but you don't. When you're losing weight, Nothing has to be perfect. Just stay consistent and at least get some blood work done with your doctor. That's one of the first things. But I just want to make this video just to show you guys a baseline on how to eat, what to do, why you should stick with whole foods, because whole foods will make it a lot easier to burn the excess body fat. And I wanted to show you. So if you have any questions, concerns, any specific questions on food or on your situation, type in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. What's worked for you? Have you been eating high carb, low carb? Have you been eating carnivore? Have you been vegan? Have you been eating balanced meals like this? Like, what have you been doing? Let's talk about it. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna be having a lot more content. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's all learn and grow together. I'll see you guys on the inside.